Hello crypto fans, welcome to Crypto Daily Info. I am setting my timer right now for 5 minutes. There we go, it's set. I'm going to bring you the crypto news in 5 minutes or less. That's what we're all about at this channel. I want to bring you the latest crypto news in the shortest amount of time possible so you're bang up to date and you can get on with your day. Okay, firstly, we're having a bit of a green day today, which is looking quite good. I'm going to get to the charts later at the end of this video. For now, let's have a look at what's going down in the news, starting with X. And we have Jerome Powell, head of the chair, who is at Congress at the moment, talking about monetary policy for the United States. And is particularly going to be talking about how he envisions new monetary policy following the Trump tariffs that are coming. Now, this is one to watch because if he signals that interest rates might have to increase sooner at a higher pace than anticipated, then it could mean a market sell-off, particularly for risk assets like tech stocks and crypto. However, the opposite is true. If the rates can remain low or be raised at a slower rate than anticipated, then it'll strengthen the market. So that's one to watch to see what happens, or what he announces in the market today. Now, there's some more things about Powell. One is he supports efforts to create a regulatory framework for stable coins. So he is actually getting on board, which means the Fed is getting on board with setting some regulations around crypto assets, which is a lot more friendly towards crypto in general, which means that it's more bullish for crypto. Whereas the previous administration was quite hostile towards crypto. And that is my next news story. The Fed and Powell calls for a fresh look at the debanking that happened in the last administration amid crypto industry concerns. The crypto industry just wants clarity, and they don't want to be unnecessarily targeted and make things difficult for them, like debanking. So he's happy to have a look at the debanking that happened in previously and draw a line under it, basically, and make sure that they don't feel like there's any threat of debanking. So this is, again, bullish for crypto in general. Other news story I've got, so some people think that Bitcoin could reach an all-time high in 2 to 3 weeks, so watch this space. Now, this is because gold has recently hit an all-time high, and as another store of value being Bitcoin, people think that it's going to follow in gold's footsteps and potentially hit that all-time high in 2 to 3 weeks. So that's bullish for Bitcoin. Let's see what the situation is with that. Now, this is Bitcoin at the moment on the charts. We're still well above the 200-day average, but we are coming down a little bit on the MACD indicator. So I'm just keeping an eye on that. This is not financial advice. I'm just bringing you the news mainly, but I am going to bring to you some crypto charts as well. Now, I do have MicroStrategy. I do have gold somewhere in here. Basically, gold has come up recently. This is pretty much an all-time high for gold, £2,333. I'm in the UK. So the hope is that Bitcoin will follow that as well. Next up, we've got, we also have an interesting story from England. So if you're in England like I am, it looks like Europe and England are not following suit with the embracement of crypto. Now, unfortunately, the Bank of England still want to look into CBDCs over in the UK, and they are not as interested in using stable coins, because they say that they require a high bar of regulations. So this is showing that they don't have too much sentiment in making use of stable coins, and instead they want to bring in their own CBDC. And I imagine a lot of Europe is going to follow suit with that as well. From what I've been reading over the days in the news, Europe is just not really getting on board with crypto, whereas China is, a lot of places in Latin America are, and a whole load of states in the United States are starting to put regulations in place for state level Bitcoin reserves. And the theory is that once the states have got their Bitcoin reserves set up, and they've been running those for a while to prove the concept, then the United States and Donald Trump will announce a national Bitcoin or crypto strategic reserve. So it's not going to come, I don't think it's going to come immediately. It's going to take some time, but all the indicators, at least in the US, are showing that things are moving that way. So long term, I'm very bullish on Bitcoin in particular and crypto. However, I'm not so sure about Europe. Now let's have a look at what's going on in the market. There's my 5 minutes. I think I've done it today. I've pretty much brought you all the information that you really need to know. I'm just going to have a quick look at the fear and greed. We're still in fear, unfortunately, and majority of things are not showing today are down. Ethereum's down 20%. Look at that. Ethereum struggling there. But yeah, so I don't want to make this video any longer than it needs to be. That is the daily roundup of what's happening in the crypto landscape. I'm Crypto Daily Info, and I will see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching.